Hi there. Today we're going to talk about this hail cover that I found that actually is, it inflates with air. It looks ridiculous, but actually it works pretty well. So not in use. I store it in the back of my car in the trunk. It comes with the power adapter, the car cover. You'll see us put it on, but essentially goes over the car like a standard car cover. We have a few things that we need to tie it down to make sure it doesn't blow away, and then it'll fill with air. And it's supposed to save the car from pretty much any size hail. So if you don't have the ability to put your car in a carport or garage, this is a good alternative. This is the only one I found that actually has a warranty and is proven to protect against hail. We've used a bunch of different things in the past, but this seems to be the only surefire method. So let's get to it. All right, so the car cover comes in its own cover, which is great. You just wrap it up and put it in here, and we have a couple of time-lapse footage of me putting it up and taking it down that I'll show you. But essentially, it's in this cover, and they give you these tie-down straps to keep the cover a little bit more contained. So we're going to just take it out of the cover, and I start with the back end first. When I wrap it up, I reverse the process. So I like to just lay it out so that it matches the length of the car, and roll it up. So when you're putting it away, you're going to do this in reverse. So lay it down, wrap it up from the front to the back so that you can just unwrap it this way. So it comes with this little black bag that contains all of the electrical components that you need for this, because as we mentioned, it does inflate. So it comes with a cable protector, and you have your power adapter. It comes with a remote unit, so you can activate it with a little remote control as well. When you have this connected, it's plugged in but not activated. You would push a button to activate it, push the other one to turn it off. So this is what comes standard with the unit. We actually went and I bought an adapter that they can sell you for $11. In my opinion, it should have been included with the cover. You're going to spend $300 for a cover. It should have this little adapter piece, which is this guy right here. This actually lets you bypass the remote control unit and allows you to plug it into an outlet, and then you can plug it into a smart plug so you can activate it remotely from your phone if you've got your Wi-Fi connected. That's how I use the cover, so I don't leave the blowers running all the time. I can be at work, know that there's a storm coming, activate it from the blower or from the Wi-Fi unit, and get the cover going. So that comes there. You also will get a battery operated unit. So if your power goes out, you pop AA batteries in here. This claims that it can run the cover for about an hour. I haven't tested that myself yet, but so these AA should run your cover for an hour. The other thing that you'll get standard is an adapter to plug it into the car itself. The manufacturer says that it can run the cover for 3 hours without draining your car battery. So this is another option if you're somewhere remote, maybe at a mall or work, and you want to run the cover that way from the car. They also give you a tape measure, which I haven't used yet, but it's a nice touch, and we'll show you what you could use that for in just a little bit. So first things first is we're going to unwrap the power unit. This actually has to be placed in your vehicle because it is not waterproof. So this is the only thing, and if you're using the remote adapter, this also has to go in your vehicle because it is not waterproof as well. But like I said, I'm not using that today. We're just going to plug it in directly to my Wi-Fi plug. So I tend to put this in the car itself. So I go to the back door and I place the power unit on the floor mat. The power unit itself can get a little hot, so I suggest you don't place it on your seat. And you want to leave both of these plugs hanging outside of the door, the power cord, and then this is the cable that plugs into your cover. So I do that, close it in, and then lock up the vehicle, and that's the really only setup you need before you cover it up. So now we'll put the cover on. All right, so we've got the cover on the car. The next step is going to be to plug the blowers into that power adapter that's inside your vehicle. So you just plug this in. This is actually waterproof now. So that is all you're going to need to plug it in there, and then this end will need to go to an outlet and an extension cord. But that's all for the blower itself. All right, so in addition to cinching the cover around the car, which we'll do in a minute, It also comes with these elastic, or not elastic, but these bands here, and there's elastic on the other side that just wrap underneath the car as an extra layer of protection, because usually with a hailstorm also comes strong winds, and with this being inflated, you definitely don't want it to get caught up in a windstorm. So this is where they gave you that tape measure you could use to attach the cable to the tape measure and run it under the car that way. I honestly find that it's easy enough just to throw under the car. So I wrap it up in a ball and I throw it under, and then just grab it from the other side. All right, so now we have the other end of this that I threw over, and the two connectors are here. So you want to tighten this up a little bit and then plug it into these connector clips. And it doesn't need to be terribly tight. It's just another layer of protection to hold the cover down. So the next step, and the most important step of this whole process, is to make sure that you cinch the cover correctly. And the critical part is going to be to make sure that you cinch the cover around your front tires. So the cover itself has a cord that runs through the entire span of it, and we're going to cinch it up at the end. But the best way I found to do it is to get the cover and pre-position it underneath your front tires like that, and do that to both front tires, and then when you cinch it up, it automatically just grabs it where it needs to be. Okay, now if you haven't already, there is Velcro that spans the course of the back just underneath your blower assembly unit. This is used to, when you unflate the cover and folding it up, you want to unvelcro this so that air can escape as you're rolling up the cover. And again, I start from front to back, leaving this open so that all the air can escape. And then before I put it away, I always cinch it up, I always reattach it, so that when you do put the cover up, if you forget to do that and you start to inflate it, it won't inflate. So this is just an easy step you can do for yourself when you're taking it down. Then to cinch up the cover, they have the cord that we talked about that spans the entire length of the cover onto this PVC tubing. So they make it really easy for you to cinch. Just pull the cable and just keep going on both sides until you really can't get any more slack. And then you just, there's a T at the end, so I just tie it around the T, and that prevents it from sliding or getting it loose. And then I just stick it underneath the car like that. And now we'll go back and make sure that we were able to successfully cinch it around all of the tires. So I've checked my front tire. The front left is fine. The front right also appears to be okay. So there's right where they need to be. Right now the cover is all set. It's tied around, it's cinched. The elastic bands underneath the car are all ready to go. The last step we have to do is to plug it in and let it inflate. All right, so the cover is on and ready to go. Other than the cinching that we had to do and wrapping it up, plugging it into the outlet, that's pretty much it. So it can be done in just a couple of minutes. I have a time lapse that will show me putting it on and taking it off, and it seems like it took a while to put it on with all of the little steps that we had to do, but it actually only takes a couple minutes. Once you've done it a couple times, it's pretty fast. It's fully inflated now and ready to go. The blowers are all on the back, and they are rain covered protected, so water doesn't get into the blowers. And if you come onto the side, you can see it literally is a big balloon that's wrapping around your car. And I cannot, so I have to put all this effort in to reach my car, and it protects it from any size hail. There's no way that the hail is going to be able to penetrate all the way through to the car. It takes quite a bit of force to get to it. So it's a great cover. Like I said, it works great if you don't have a carport or garage to put it on. And as mentioned previously, there are 3 different sizes for SUVs and 3 different sizes for your car. So when buying one, measure the length of your car or SUV and make sure you get the right cover for the length of your vehicle. You don't want to make it too long or too short. You can even cover huge trucks with it. They make sizes for every vehicle. If you're interested in buying one, there's a link in the description below. I'd appreciate you if you support this video, like the tutorial, purchase from the link. It doesn't cost you any more, and they actually throw 20 bucks my way. So if you're interested in it, click the link. Go and do some more research. It's called a Hail Protector Cover, and that's the name of the product of these guys made. And I've used it a couple times, and I've always had great results. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.